It's Vicky with Mindful Minute, and today's reading is from the Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo, and it's about being easily pleased. One key to knowing joy is being easily pleased. So many of us have been trained to think that being particular about what we want is indicative of good taste, and that not being satisfied unless our preferences are met is a sign of worldliness and sophistication. I remember being at a party where a woman wouldn't accept her drink unless it was made with a certain brand of vermouth. She was, in fact, indignant about it. Or going to dinner with a colleague who had to have his steak prepared in a complex and special way, as if this particular need to be different was his special public signature. Or watching very intelligent men and women inscribe their circle of loneliness with criteria for companionship that no one could meet. I used to maintain such a standard of excellence around the sort of art I found acceptable. Often, this kind of discernment is seen as having high standards when in actuality it's only a means of isolating ourselves from being touched by life, while rationalizing that we are more special than those who can't meet our very demanding standards. The devastating truth is that excellence can't hold you in the night. And as I learned when ill, being demanding or sophisticated won't help you survive. A person dying of thirst doesn't ask if the water has chlorine or if it was gathered in the foothills of France. Yet to be accepting of the life that comes our way does not mean denying its difficulties and disappointments. Rather, it means that joy can be found even in hardship, not by demanding that we be treated as special at every turn, but through accepting the demand of the sacred that we treat everything that comes our way as special. Still, we are taught to develop preferences as a sign of importance and position. In fact, those who have no preferences of whatever, uh, those who are accepting of whatever is placed before them, are often seen as simpletons or bumpkins. However, there is a profound innocence in the fact that sages and children alike are easily pleased with what each day gives them. The further I wake into this life, the more I realize that God is everywhere, and the extraordinary is waiting quietly beneath the skin of all that is ordinary. Light is in both the broken bottle and the diamond, and music is in both the flowing violin and the water dripping from the drainage pipe. Yes, God is under the porch as well as on top of the mountain, and joy is both in the front row and the bleachers, if we are willing to be where we are. Number one activity: center yourself and bring to mind a time that you were demanding or particular beyond the need to take good care of yourself. Number two, meditate on what it was you were truly asking for by being so demanding. Number three, if you needed attention, acknowledge that need now with your next breath and give attention to whatever is near. If it was the need to be seen as special, exhale that need now and see the things before you as special. If it was the need to be loved, release that need now and love whatever is in your path. And finally, enter your day and give what you need, and give what you need. And over time, the specialness of the world will return it to you. That reading reminds me so much of the prayer of St. Francis that, if I'd rather seek to be understood than to understand, to love than to be loved. And I think finding that thought process in our life is a journey. I don't think it comes naturally to everyone. At least it didn't come naturally to me. And all those things, needing to feel special, needing to feel loved, needing attention, those have all been on my list. And I imagine they're on everybody's list. We all just want to be heard and seen and acknowledged and loved. I mean, really, I think we all want to be loved. I know that I want to be loved. and not loved for being pretentious, and not loved for being, not in a way like that. I mean, in a way like the best feeling is when you love someone and they love you back, and but the real best feeling is being able to give love, or to give of yourself, or all these things. And for me, I'm only speaking for me because I can't speak for anybody else. And it seems that kind of what this was saying to me was that, and and I will say that I am a very easily amused person. It does not take much to excite me. It does not take much to crack me up. It doesn't take much. And I learned from my Grammy Pat a long time ago to laugh at yourself, and that you just have to. Laugh at the crazy, laugh at the uncomfortable, just laugh. And excuse me. And I think that has served me well. And then I think learning all this, I mean, the profound statement of what he made, the author of this book was, I think, diagnosed with some kind of fatal illness and overcame it. I don't remember exactly the story, but I'll get back to you on that. But when he wrote, a person dying of thirst doesn't ask if the water has chlorine or if it was gathered in the foothills of France. I mean, really, we are all, we need certain things to survive, and we need certain things to thrive, and I believe that giving of oneself allows you to get things. So I don't know what I just said. I hope it was helpful. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will be back tomorrow. Be well, and namaste.